Okay, so I'm making this very quick video because I just realized that I made two players rage quit with Espeon, which I think is incredibly funny. You can see both of these are best of 3 games with only me winning one of them before the other person left. So, to give context, before we actually watch those games, um, this is my team. This is Terra Normal for Caloric Shadow, Terra Normal Covert Cloak Espeon with Magic Bounce, so you can't taunt it, you can't flinch it with Fake Out, you can't hit it with, you can't safely target it with Ghost type moves because it could Terra Normal to just be immune, uh, and it's Substitute Yawn Baton Pass Psychic, and it's super bulky with 252 HP, 130 defense with bold as its nature, and 124 special defense. Um, this bulk is can like let it survive some really funny attacks. Uh, it it isn't in either of these games, but in one of them, this Espeon survived a neutral attack Behemoth Blade from a Zacian, which was hilarious. Apparently, that was like a 65% chance to KO if it was Jolly, but that's still funny that it survived. It even has a chance of surviving that like strong of an attack. Um, so yeah, this this is why I say this Pokemon like made these players rage quit, because this is like a super annoying bulky set that makes you switch with Yawn, and it itself can take advantage of those switches with substitute, and then you can baton pass that substitute to something like Caloric Shadow or Chiyu, which just you don't want to face a Caloric Shadow with a focus sash behind a substitute. Like even if it's an Espeon substitute that isn't like very hard to break, that's still pretty, that's still tough. And then we have Gothitelle with Shadow Tag. So even if you want to switch, if it's Espeon Gothitelle, you just can't. You're one, one or both of your Pokemon are going to sleep. Uh, then obviously you have Chiyu and Caloric Shadow. Um, these two are here just to try and bait out Protects so that it, so if Espeon and like let's say Caloric Shadow are on the field as like a lead, then you want to protect against the Caloric Shadow because you don't want to tank a fucking Caloric Shadow like Astral Barrage. But then Espeon could get a sub in, and then you know things can go to hell. Same thing with Chiyu. Although I don't often lead this way, my most preferred lead is Espeon Incineroar, because Incineroar can parting shot to something like Gothitelle or Caloric Shadow, while Espeon yawns something, and it's just it can get really annoying. And then Rillaboom's just here to round out the team. Uh, Good physical damage. I'm Terra Grass instead of any other Terra because I just want to try and deal as much damage with Grass Glide, and Fake Out is great support. These three Pokemon have Fake Out, so like it can get really annoying with Espeon like yawning stuff, and then these guys fake outing the other Mon to just stop them from acting. And fake out cycling is kind of easy with this team because you have Baton Pass, you have Parting Shot, and then you also have these two monster attackers on the team. So let's actually watch the games. This one was the first one that I played, and I mean, you can kind of get a spoiler here, but let's watch it. So they lead Urshifu Ensign, which is pretty bad. Pause. So, uh, actually, no, we'll pause after the turn. Fake out, yawn on the slot of Urshifu, tank a knockoff with Espeon, which is insane. Uh, Wait, okay, that's the second turn. So I decided to go for that play because Urshifu could have Surging Strikes into Incineroar, uh, and that would have been really bad. So I want to Surging Strike, or I want to fake it out so that it could act. I want to yawn it to either force it to sleep the next turn, even if it did take out Incineroar, or it had to switch. This is also fine. Breaking Focus Sash is great. Getting Drowsy on Tianpao is great. And I could pretty decently ignore the Incineroar because, as you saw, Knockoff didn't even kill the Espeon. It survived at 24%. 28.3 technically. But fake outing the my Incineroar could be pretty bad if it was like fake out Surging Strikes, then could have been bad, but then I get Drowsy on Urshifu, which either forces it to sleep next turn or it has to switch, which could get dicey. So next turn, you already saw a little bit of it. I yawned into the slot again and Sacred Sword into the Incineroar. Knockoff takes out my Espeon, but that's fine because I've already gotten some. I've put the Tianpao to sleep, and now this Incineroar is at -2 attack. Well, okay, wait. Yeah, so it's at -2 attack thanks to the Parting Shot. I fake it out to prevent it from attacking this turn with Gothitelle. Now, neither of these Mon can switch unless Incineroar uses Parting Shot, and I Terra Ghost for the extra damage. Flinched. I put Incineroar back in, and I think I protect here. Yeah. It 2-turn wake up, but Sucker Punch fails because I use protect. It uses protect. I figure out into the slot, and I Astral Barrage. So now Urshifu's in. I survive a Surging Strikes with Calyrex. Then I get a Will-O-Wisp off, and I also get the kill on Tianpao with Drain Kiss. Pheasantipity comes in, I switch. Gothitell's in, tanks the Surging Strikes, and I Parting Shot the Pheasantipity. There you go. Now Calyrex is back in. I have Fake Out, so whatever happens here. Oh, I think I also heal Pulse on this turn. Or Psychic, and then heal Pulse. And after that, they just quit because I get a Nasty Pop boost next turn with Astral Barrage, and the Incineroar cannot 1v3 the rest of the team. And again, this is a best of 3 match, and they just quit. Like, they just quit because of Espeon put me in such a good position against their it was so annoying and put me in a really good position. So this is the second game where Espeon forces a rage quit, and like it's still alive. Look at her. Oh, actually, I heard this on this game. It's heard during this game. Oh, also her. That's cool. So yeah, let's watch this. This is only 8 turns. So I lead Espeon Gothito, which is a pretty common lead for me. Main kind of sucks, but they protect, which is interesting. So here, I didn't want to go for Yawn into Flutter Mane because it's a ghost type. It can still switch even with Shadow Tag, so I didn't want to waste a potential turn. So I just decided to go for the Pelipper because if I go for the Pelipper and it goes honk me, I can that stops her from using Wide Guard. So that means that if my Espeon does go down this turn, or at a future turn, or like basically if I get Calyrex Shadow in on this board state somehow, I can freely use Astro Barrage without having to worry about the Pelipper protecting its partner with Astro or with Wide Guard. So I Terra Normal on this turn. I didn't on the first turn because I was like, I don't know if I should. It's like committing my Terra super early. But I do it on this turn, and it was the right thing to do because Shadow Ball is no longer effective. Hurricane does a lot. Baton Pass on the switch. Now Calyrex Shadows in on this board state.